everybody been roaming around the practice facility since we've been back. So, I mean, it's been cool. I don't think it's really hit anybody yet that, we can see a lot of changes. Some people might not be back and things like that, but I think we got the type of group where, everybody's cool. We all communicate with each other. So, it's kind of to the point where it's a business and, we all friends, so that won't change. But things could change on the roster, but we just don't know yet.
How difficult will it be for you to kind of sit back and wait for LaMarcus to make a decision?
It's, obviously I think everybody knows that we want him to be here, but that's something that's only up to him. It's his decision to make, and regardless of what that is, that's something that we're gonna have to live with, and that's kind of far out right now. So I guess we'll have to wait like everybody else.
People would look at your post All-Star and say he hasn't been the same player that he was before the All-Star break. Do you agree with that? And if not, what was the problem?
I think it's it's a long season, and there's ups and downs to it, and I think my first 2.5 years, everything was just so much on the up and up that I think people started to expect me to be perfect in a way, and I didn't think I didn't play well. I had a lot of games where I would have 25 and 30 points, and somehow that got disregarded. People looked past that because, I had games where I had 16, and, sometimes I had 10 assists with 16. Sometimes the shots that I usually would make late in games, I didn't make them late in games, so it turned into, where is Dame? And, people wanted to kick me down when I wasn't, so superior all of a sudden. And I think at the end of the day, I can look back at this season and be happy with what I did. I played every game. You know what I mean? It's guys that might have hit a stride after the All-Star break that was sitting out games and resting and all of that. And I was out there every night. And I saw something where only, I think, 5 guys had over 1,700 points and 500 assists or something like that, and that was LeBron, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, James Harden, and myself. So, people can say what they want, but numbers don't lie. And being out there every night and being there for your team, you can't replace that.
Is there a part of your game? Go ahead. If you're eligible for a contract, a rookie contract extension, are you interested in that? What do you think you can do?
For me, this is where I want to be. So, whatever we need to do to make that happen and figure that out, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Is there a part of your game that you want to work on this summer?
I think this year, I learned a lot of new things. My first year, people weren't sure what type of player I was going to be. My second season, they tried to take certain things away, and I was good enough to adjust on the fly and do other things. And this year, it was a lot more attention that I had gotten in my first 2 years. And once again, over the course of the season, I learned different ways to be effective. But I just want to be a more efficient offensive player. And obviously, I want to be a better defensive player. That's something that I really want to improve on.
Where will you work out? What are your plans?
I work out the same as I always do. I spend some time in Ogden, work out in altitude. Most of the time I'll be here. I stay here year round. I'll be in Oakland working out. Just all of the same places. Just trying to find different ways to get better.
Is it difficult to improve defense without playing NBA games?
I don't think it's something you can just go to the gym and say I'm working on defense. But I think when you commit yourself to watching film and seeing the mistakes that you made and being able to look at it and be honest with yourself and say I need to be better in these situations, you can get better from that. And being in better shape, you might be able to play harder longer. And just doing the things where I can be in a better place mentally in certain stretches of the game. last game we fighting for our lives, and I got tired, and I tried to dig on the post, and Nick Collectors cut right behind me and get a basket, and if that doesn't happen, who knows what happens in that game. So just it's a lot of things that go into it, but I think more than anything else, it takes just having pride, wanting to do it, and experience. I think a lot of people forget that it's my third season, and it takes time to learn the way of the league. It takes time to be able to be at 22 points per game on one end, and then lock down a guy who's doing the same thing on the other end. And I think it's easy to lose perspective on that, and forget that it's a lot of responsibility.
Do you
Time for
plan
two
on
more
reaching out to
questions.
anybody? I mean, I know guys work with other guys for the summer. Do you plan on reaching out?
Nah, I ain't into that. I've seen people say he needs to work with Gary Payton and stuff like that, but I don't. It's a lot of things that you can look at and say in situations, or pick and roll, I can do this better, or I can choose better angles, or know other teams' plays better, and things like that. But I think that's what it comes down to for me. I don't think it's going to be contacting anybody, or it's. Gary Payton was a good defender because he was a good defender. That was what he did, and that's something I need to improve on.
Let's look back on this season, man. So much promise just 2 months ago. You sit here now, obviously, it's not important. Describe what that's like and how it's
You look at going to the second round last year, and I think we were excited about it. And coming into this season, we felt like we could do a lot more. And last year, everybody was healthy. Going to the playoffs was new to us. Everything was so exciting. And this year, we had more expectations for ourselves. A lot of you guys had higher expectations than you had going into last season. So I think we did a great job embracing that in training camp. We had a great start to the season, and then the thing that was different this year than last season was the injuries. We had a lot of guys in and out of the lineup. We lost West for the season. We just dealt with a lot more adversity than we did in the past since I've been here, and that made things harder. So I think this year was a year that we did a great job, just sticking with it, fighting to the end. But it's something that we used to grow instead of looking back and saying, we got eliminated in the first round, we didn't play well in the playoffs. I think a lot more goes into to that result than people want to look into.
Gonna wrap it up there.
Thanks,
Thank you,
man.
Damian.
Thanks, Damian. Good luck this offseason.